welcome back. It's Melanie, your SheShed scrapper. So today I am back with my new SheShed tour, my new craft room tour. This summer I decided I was going to kind of revamp it. The kids were gone for 5 weeks to my in-laws, and so I took that time and I repainted. And this wall behind me was, well, the whole thing was wood paneling, but the wall behind me had some water damage from the previous owners. And so my dad and I set out and we drywalled this wall. So that took a little bit longer than I thought, but I painted everything white, left the brown kind of trim just because there's a lot of it, and the windows are brown, the door's brown, but I like the way that it looks. And then my husband and I, for my birthday, went to Ikea, and he spoiled me and got me a bunch of new furniture and new storage options. So I really want to share that with you because I'm just so excited with the storage and organization that I have. I've kind of done this revamp, I guess I'll call it, in 2 phases. I got the furniture with my husband and realized that I was missing something. I needed something for my iris containers, and it took me a while to kind of figure that out, but I finally have that figured out and want to share everything with you. So I will go through and kind of do a quick overview of the whole SheShed, and then I will go to each section and kind of go into depth with how I store things, what are stored there. I have 2 rolling carts that I go into depth, and will share those with you as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this tour. So this is just a quick kind of overview. So when you first come in the SheShed, I have my heat. That is important for the winter. We just have it hooked up. We have a buddy heater, so I have a propane tank outside. I'm going to just shut the door. I have this dresser here that eventually I am going to go through and get rid of, hopefully, figure out where to put stuff. These boxes actually have paper and stickers and stuff that I need to destash. So if you guys are interested, please comment down below and I will do some destash videos and get rid of a bunch of paper. It's great paper, it's just stuff I don't think I'm going to use. You come around here and you have the kids area. They have a little kitchen, and my son uses the little table here for crafting. TV. This is a Calyx unit, and those 4 baskets, I guess I'll call them, have the kids stuff in them, the kitchen stuff, the craft stuff. Moving around, we have some workout equipment, and then kind of like a sitting area, another Calyx unit with some extra storage, and I will go through those in just a minute. And then we have the treadmill and shoes over in there. We got the treadmill for Christmas last year, so it's been really nice to have the space for it. And then we have a larger Calyx unit over here, 3x4, and all of my, not all I should say, but albums at the top, paper collections in the baskets. Down in that corner, we have stamps and stencils, some 12x12 chipboard stickers in the kind of magazine holder there. That's actually empty. This, I'm not sure. We'll have to dig into that. And then my Close to My Heart collections and my loose papers in there. The top, I have 2 12x12 drawers. I have them labeled. There's Christmas, base pages, fall, holiday, that kind of stuff there. Moving to this corner, I have these units that are sorted by collections and labeled. I have my 2 rolling carts. Behind those is all of my cardstock. Unfortunately, I got that rack from a scrapbook store that was going out of business, so I don't know kind of where to guide you from there. This corner here, I just got this unit for my iris containers and I am in love with this. I will have the name link down below. I believe it's spelled SYVDE. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but like I said, I will have the link down below for you. And those hold all my iris containers. I think the way I have it set up, I would be able to get maybe like 22 iris containers. And those are either by collection, designer. I do have a couple boxes down below, not just for boys kits. On the top, I have 2 layouts that are displayed and my recording light. And then we have my desk. You can see my recording system and some more lights. So I have my desk. This is the Alex drawers here. A couple of more like smaller drawer units, excuse me, on top there. Behind my desk is another cube system, but I think we got that one from Office Max. It is a 13 by 13, which is amazing. I just have a couple of things stored under there, spare stuff. And then I made my own kind of L with these 2 tables. This one is from Ikea and I will link it down below. I'll have to look underneath. There's a sticker that says what it is. This I just got from Aldi. And then over here is my last Calyx unit, 2x4. So the albums I'm currently working on. I think my paper pads, my We Are Memory Keepers, sewing machine that I still have yet to figure out. And then empty, I believe, and just some miscellaneous stuff. My grandma's old sewing machine and my Cricut. And then I will kind of dive into each individual area in more detail. So this little section here is going to be quite quick, I guess. So in the top here, the bottom white one is actually empty. This top one has just miscellaneous, like my extra tapes and miscellaneous storage. Those containers have the lids. Those are from Ikea, and those are, I'm going to mispronounce them, I'm sure, but Kuggis, Kuggis. I will try to link that down below. This is a Calyx unit from Ikea. The 2 blue baskets are also from Ikea. Those are the Drona, and they fit perfectly. This little gray piece down here is from 31. It's just an old kind of basket, I guess I'll call it, from that I've had for a while. That just has like all my extra pieces from building all of my Ikea goodies, you know, the extra screws and stuff. And it actually also has my Skaties pegboard extras in it. If you look closely, you can see that I have it stored behind this Calyx unit. I just haven't really figured out a place I want it in my, I guess, redone area. I bought it originally in my old house and had very little storage where I scrapbooked there, and it came in really handy. However, I have such a bigger space now, I don't really need it. So not really sure what I'm going to do with it. My little fall decorations at the top here. I actually just got a couple of the pumpkins from Aldi, and everything else is probably from Hobby Lobby, to be quite honest. So that is this little area. I still have lots of extra storage. Oh, the 2 like teal baskets. The top one is actually empty. Like I said, I have lots of extra storage still, and the bottom one has all my vinyl, all my kind of Cricut iron-on stuff that I don't use very often. And I don't know if that gray piece on the bottom is going to stay, but for right now it fits, so I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So this is kind of just an extra space. When I ordered these Calyx units and the one under my TV for the kids, they would not ship a 2x4, which is originally what I wanted, but they would ship 2 2x2s. And I actually am kind of glad, because then I can have my kids area in one space, and then I have this extra kind of space for storage over here. So this wall is the wall that we had to redo this summer, which took the longest. And I knew I kind of wanted it to be a focal point now that it was kind of a blank canvas for me. So I got the 3x4 calyx unit for this space. I did not go 4x4. I thought I might want to put my logo up on the wall somehow, kind of centered in the middle of the calyx, and so I knew I wanted it a little bit shorter, didn't want it to go, take up most of the space on this wall. So on the bottom, we have my stamps and my stencils. I don't own a lot because I don't use them very often. Those containers, I looked, there's not a name, there's just numbers, so I will put the numbers down below as well. Next to that, in the second box on the bottom, I kind of have a magazine holder. Those have my 12x12 chipboard stickers in there. I don't have them all stored with their collections, which is kind of odd, I guess. But I do have some that don't go with collections. And then those two other white baskets, same thing. Those did not have a name. They just have numbers. So I will link those. Those two are actually, for the most part, empty as well. I do have my Felicity Jane tissue paper in one of them that I might try using. But otherwise, they're empty. That magazine holder, that tan one, that one has all of my Close to My Heart collections. Obviously, I don't have that many yet. I just started being a maker in January. And so I'm just getting, started, I guess. So I'm sure that collection will grow. And then the bottom right, that is a We Are Memories Keepers like paper tray. And I just kind of have my loose leaf paper there. Papers that don't have a collection. I have downsized quite a bit, as you saw in the general overview. I have 4 boxes of paper to get rid of. Redoing this has definitely helped me kind of redo that. The middle boxes, those Drona boxes, those all have like my paper collections. Once I'm kind of done, I will go grab one and we'll kind of go through that. But those are all my paper collections. I have lots of room left in those two. I could probably downsize, honestly, and maybe have, I know at least 1 empty, maybe 2 empty. And then the top are my albums that, for the most part, are completed. I do have some layouts and some page protectors hanging out in there because I need to go get new albums. I have run out. The top, I have those 2 plastic drawer units. Those are 12x12 and there's a fall drawer, there's a Christmas drawer, holiday, so that one's going to be Halloween, 4th of July, Easter drawer. And then I have 1 or 2 drawers for base pages. Those are pages that I've decided are very muted patterns or wood grain that I think would be great as base pages. And so I have those set aside as well. I will kind of go over this corner a little bit better, but I'll go over my rolling carts as well up close. I do have these 2. I got one from Target, one from Joann's. The one from Target was quite a bit cheaper, but only has 5 iris containers, whereas the one from Joann's on the bottom has 6. They do stack very well on top of each other, which I was very happy about. And those are all kind of sorted by collections, and I have them labeled. There's a Paige Evans one, there's a Chamel one, Amy Tangerine, and then all of my One Canoe 2. I have so much of them, so those kind of have their own iris containers over there. And then again, that cardstock, it's behind there, I'm sorry, but that cardstock paper holder, that is from a scrapbook store that went out of business. So I don't really have a good link or anything for that. I've looked in the past and they're just so expensive. I really lucked out with getting that. So that just kind of has all my cardstock sorted out by colors, my foundations papers in there from Vicky Wooten, and then my extra white paper, my extra white cardstock is in there as well. Okay, so this is a close-up of one of my Drona baskets that is on my main wall. This one here pretty much just has my Simple Stories collections in them. I have these plastic containers for most of them because my Simple Stories collections are I have quite a few pieces. These I just get from Hobby Lobby. Otherwise, I just kind of have them in their original packaging. But as you can see, they're all kind of sorted by collection. And unfortunately, I do have to have them because the plastic containers they're in are taller than the 13 inches. I do have to kind of have them sitting at an angle, which I'm not thrilled about, and maybe I can figure out a way, or if you guys have an option, because if you look at this one's kind of bent, and I just don't want like the papers, I don't know, to get bent as well. So that is kind of how I have my Drona storage set up, at least on that main wall, the main Calyx unit. So this will be a fairly quick corner to go over. I don't really have a closet in this space. There is a door right there, but that half is unfinished, and that just has like our household storage. So I just cover that door up because I don't use it. So right here, I kind of have my bags that I use for like scrapbook weekends and stuff just stored right there for the time being until I can figure something else out. And then my We Are Memory Keepers glass mat that I use for mixed media there, I will link that down below as well. And then this beautiful unit, I am so in love with that. So I don't know how to say it. I'm going to spell it out and I will link it down below. SYVDE. So that is from my Ikea as well. I actually saw it on another scrapbooker's Instagram, and she has albums stored in it. So albums will fit in that unit. You can move the shelves up and down, but what I needed, I kind of did my SheShed in two waves, I guess. What I thought I needed, and then I kind of hit a roadblock with how to store my iris containers. That is a big part of my storage, and I really did not want to have to give up my iris containers, and so I was so thrilled to find this unit, and it just works perfectly. I think if I counted out correctly, I know I can at least get 20, maybe 22 iris containers the way that I have it set up, the way that the shelves are set up. And so it is a great piece. And honestly, I didn't think it was too expensive for all the storage space that it gave me. So like I said, I will link that down below as well. So I decided to show you kind of how I store, or what I store in my iris containers as well, because there are kind of two different ways, I guess, or two different things that I store in them. So this top one is going to be just a specific collection. As you can see, I have a lot of this collection. This is the Winter Farmhouse collection by Simple Stories. I have a lot of pieces, washi, which is quite thick. And so if I have a lot of pieces of a collection, especially with washi or, I don't know, things that are too thick, I guess, for those plastic envelopes from Hobby Lobby, I will store them in a iris container. So it's quick and easy kind of to get to and have it all together. And then it's really easy too to set on that black table next to my desk, the set SCOG. Like I said, it's kind of like a staging area where I can just set supplies, and it's really accessible for me. So that's one way that I store them. The other way, or the other thing I store in them, is like by designer. This box is full of Felicity Jane goodies. I actually have two iris containers of Felicity Jane, but I have them sorted based on what I feel like kind of goes together. I do have a lot of pieces from the collections, and So you can see it takes up a lot of space. I wouldn't really want it in an envelope. And I feel like these collections go together. The other Iris container of Felicity Jane I have are more like fall, like a fall feel. And so that's kind of why I have those sorted separately. So this is the other option, or the other way that I guess I use Iris containers. So by designer or kind of by collection. All right, so this is my desk area, and I'm going to apologize. I don't really think I can use a tripod for this, so I apologize if it's a bit shaky. So these drawers in the desk are the Alex drawers from Ikea, and this is a desktop from Ikea as well. I will find the name and put that down below. Behind my desk is another cube system that is a 13 by 13 as well. I'm gonna squat down so you guys can see underneath. This is just some extra storage. So these are my high school album my mom made and an extra album. These containers here, they have like Disney papers in them. There's a baby one, just ones that I don't use all the time. Or, I don't know, I haven't been to Disney yet with the kids, so I have a stash already waiting. So that's kind of why they're down here, because I don't need them. My page protectors are up here. This is just some other storage. Sorry for that. I'll try to keep my finger out. So just some extra storage, like my garbage bags, just random boxes, light bulbs, that kind of stuff is down here, kind of out of the way. But I do actually have some more storage in that lower one there. So these two tables come in handy as just some extra kind of staging area for me, extra place while I'm actually scrapbooking, that I can keep my stickers, keep my papers. This table here I just got from Aldi. This one here is from Ikea. The name for that table is Set Skog. So I did look, they still have it. I got that 2 years ago now. But they do still have that in stock. So that table on top has a collection, a layout idea that I'm going to do next. Underneath this little area here has my white and black cardstock for backing and some random stickers that go together and that I just have left there for whatever reason. And then down below on the shelf here is my Big Kick. And I have found that I reach for it more often if it's right next to me. And so that is why I found that to be a good spot for its home. Moving to my desk, these two containers have in them my distress oxides. I want to reach for them quite often as well, and so that is why they are right by my desk. These two black containers, these have like my title phrase stickers. These are just random stickers. The bottom two are kind of just random stickers, if I'm going to be completely honest. What I use, I guess, since it's sitting right here, is the ATG tape gun from Scotch. That's the pink. And my Cricut paper cutter. I also have a We Are Memory Keepers like paper trimmer and my T-square. And then these are just cardstock that I can use, that I've obviously cut down, that I may be able to use to back photos. Moving on to this one. So you can see my photos are in the top one here. I work chronologically, and so those are the photos that are kind of next for me. Same thing with the bottom, because I have both sons. I have my album and I have my mother-in-law's album I'm working on as well. So they take up two drawers. And then the bottom drawer here has ephemera and bits and pieces, my sequins, because I don't have very much of that. That is in the bottom drawer as well. And those are not 12 by 12. Those are a lot, I don't know, they're not as deep. I think they might be 12 inches long, like wide, but not as deep. This one here though It is 12 by 12. Sorry for the cord. That is my light. I don't have a lot of plugs in electrical outlets in this space, and so I have a lot of I don't know, a lot of cords. Anyways, you guys aren't here for that. So this one is 12 by 12. The top one and the middle one actually have layouts that are done and waiting to be recorded for like my layout shares at the end of the month. And then that bottom drawer is my scraps. So if I need, you know, a certain color, I'll go to that for a scrap. So that is that. That is getting quite full though. So I will have to kind of go through there. A couple of papers on the end for my kind of planning out for my channel. And then we'll go through my Alex drawers real quick. This top drawer, as you can see, has all my tapes, Scotch tape, all my foam tape. Honestly, all of my foam tape at this point is from Dollar Tree, and I'm not really mad about it. It's pretty good. I haven't found a fault in it yet, so I'm going to keep buying it. And then I have punches on the top one that I think I will use the most. They're pretty good size drawer because those, you can see back there, there's like 2 more punches that are kind of hiding. So that is the top drawer. Next, I have all of the rest of my punches. So I don't have very many. So luckily they fit in the 2 drawers and fit really nicely actually. The third drawer is a little deeper, and this just has, quite honestly, it's almost like my Felicity Jane stash. All the kind of stickers that don't fit in with the collections, or just puffy stickers that I can use with anything. Those are all stored here, so kind of my quick embellishing. Same with these. These are pretty much you can just call it my Felicity Jane drawer. When she has a sale, I go crazy, as you can see. And then my journaling pens, Stabilo, maybe is how you say it, are back here, along with some acetate and I don't know, some extra tape, I guess. So that is drawer 3. Drawer 4 has my sticker books. I just recently moved these in there, trying to clean out my rolling carts. And then kind of like chipboard stickers, again, that don't really go with any of my collections, but that I think I could use with quite a bit. And then my wood veneer was sitting on my desk, thinking I would use it more often if it was right in front of me, and didn't, so it got moved. And then this last drawer is my washi tape. These pink containers, unfortunately, I think I just got them at Home Goods a while ago, so I'm not really sure about those. And then behind there are just kind of like some other bits and pieces, clothespins, my stamp. Ooh, I should move that one out though, like my date stamp. I'm probably gonna move that one out. But that is the bottom drawer. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, my recording, I did want to mention my, yes, I have this so I can open my drawers that my light stands on. But my recording unit here is the Archon recording mount, and I have switched from that, or to that, from just a smaller tripod, and I do really like that. All right, so for having 3 walls of windows, I sometimes feel like the lighting in here is not the greatest if I don't have my bright lights on. And right now I don't have them on. I just don't know how much of a glare it would give me. So I apologize for the lighting. It is sunny out, but I think I have such big overhangs that I don't get much sunlight. It doesn't brighten it up so much. So this is the last Calyx unit, a 2x4. So we'll go over it quickly. This here, these 2 are going to be the albums that I am currently working on. Or fill them in when I run out of space on my other Calyx unit, to be quite honest. This Drona here is empty, more space to fill. And then this one right here is kind of just miscellaneous. some of my plastic kind of paper holders, I guess, envelopes from Hobby Lobby are stored there that I have extra of. Some extra pieces that maybe I'll go through and get rid of because I haven't touched them in a while, to be quite honest. Down in the bottom corner, this little like accordion thing, I got that at Hobby Lobby, and that just has kind of random stickers as well. Stuff that doesn't really have collections, and so that is stored right there. And not gonna lie, since I redid the SheShed, I have not touched that. Just a small box of envelopes that I got from Tuesday morning. And then next to that, those gray bins I got from Aldi, and those are actually empty as well. So another cube, another space that is waiting to be filled, which I should not say because I obviously have enough paper and enough stuff to last probably a lifetime at this point. And then this Drona right here, that has my 12 by 12 paper pads in it. And I'm going to be honest, with the new stuff I've gotten from Not Just for Boys and from Close to My Heart, I haven't really touched those yet since I redid the SheShed either. But that is where those are situated. And then my We Are Memory Keepers sewing machine. And that is frustrating me, to be honest. I haven't gotten it out in quite a while because I just feel like it's going to be an all-day task, and I don't want to embark on that task, if I'm going to be completely honest. So what I went and did is I got my grandma's old sewing machine. Have not touched that since I got it either, but I will. The little pumpkins, the two kind of woven pumpkins, are from Hobby Lobby, and then the teal pumpkin I just got from Aldi. And then I have my Cricut, and then you can barely see it, but on this edge right here, I have one of those command hooks, and I have my Cricut mats hung on the end of my Calyx unit. All right, also, if I'm a little bit shaky with this one too, there's not really a way to use a tripod for these rolling carts either, so we will hopefully manage together. So this, I have two rolling carts. This one, I'm not sure the brand of it, and to be quite honest, I like my We Are Memory Keepers rolling cart better, so I will link that one down below. I like that it has handles. It's easier for me to move than this one that doesn't have handles. So in the top, these blue containers I just got from Aldi quite a while ago. They're flexible, and I was thrilled that they fit in here. I just recently changed up this one to include all of my, oh man, a lot of them. Not Just for Boys kind of add-ons and embellishments. Behind it is just some odd, I don't know, embellishments. I'll probably switch that one out. And then this here are all of my enamel dots. What I did, because, you know, enamel dots and then dried Nouveau drops are pretty much the same. I wanted them kind of close so I knew what colors I had. So I have my Nouveau drops here. I store them upside down so I don't get bubbles. I still squeeze out like a little bit on a scrap piece of paper before I actually put it on my layout. But they are stored upside down so I don't have as much air in them. This one here, these are my stamping platforms, I guess they're called. I don't know. I'm kind of newish to stamping, but I want those kind of close at hand too. So those are right here, followed by a few different phrase stickers. And then behind there are my 6x6 albums and 6x8 albums. And to be quite honest, not really sure why that sticker sheet is here. My 6x8 albums are behind it. I think I forgot where I put my other stickers. So that is the top one. I also have my water bottle for mixed media hanging on the edge. This one here is a little messy. I have my flip-flaps here. I just got done using them, so I'll probably find somewhere else for them, probably on the other cart, to be honest. But this is where they got placed. I have paper towel and baby wipes for mixed media. I have my crayons, my glazes, my gesso, all in there. On this side, I have, oh, I love my picket fence brushes. So I will link those down below too, because that is a favorite. Followed by, and honestly, I haven't used these very often, pigment powder, if at all. Oh man. And some gel crayons, I think they're called. So that is the messy second tier. I guess I do have my distressing tool here and my tacky glue that I also store upside down, so I'm not shaking all the air out of it. And lastly, on this one here, the third one, I do have this plastic kind of container that a plastic divider I got at Ikea. Not sure what it's called, but I got that like 2 years ago too. So this one here has my packaging I use for mixed media, and then pretty much all of my sprays. I have quite a few, as you can see, and then just some tools here, palette knives and things, my paint brushes that I use for mixed media, and probably could find a better place for this, but this is my Canon Ivy. It prints 2x3 photos. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and so that is kind of stored here as well. And then on the side of this one, I have the We Are Memory Keepers, like, hanging, I don't know, cart hanger, I guess I'll call it. So my scissors, my pencils. This specific cart sits closest to me because I am constantly reaching for these. My hole punch and some extra glue in case I run out of my ATG gun, my white gel pens, and down here just twine, extra tape, and charger. Moving on to cart 2. This top, I have one of those accordion dividers that I have stickers in one of my Calyx units I mentioned. And so I just have all my alphas up top, and really like that they're accessible and they're sorted out by colors. I have, not that I've used it either, my Stitch Happy pen fits nicely right here. These 2 baskets, I think I got these from Ikea. Yes, I did. So here's those numbers. And really I'm just using the one for my twine and different things. Moving on to the second tier. This blue basket is from Aldi. It's similar to the other 2 in the top of the other rolling cart. But this has some of my newer stamps from close to my heart that I want close. And then it has all of my dies for my big kick. So I don't have very many. I am new to both stamping and kind of the manual die cutters. But that's what this holds. This one is amazing. This is new. I'm going to, I don't know. It's a build your own tag die. So I'm really excited to use that. But it looks like it's getting bent, so I better store it somehow a different way. These here are just like the photo containers, but these actually contain ephemera. I saw somebody else store them this way and it worked really well. And so I just have different ephemera in this one. So if I am stuck, I will come to this. These front 2 are Felicity Jane. Surprise, surprise. But these are like my go-tos if I'm kind of stuck and need just something small. And then the bottom one, just real quick, is my extra photos. I just bought those 2 containers from Hobby Lobby, and they have the smaller photo containers inside of them, and then I have them sorted chronologically per kid. There's an E and a J, so I know which kid. But yeah, really like those and having those handy as well. Those I could probably move somewhere else. I think I have extra space in my Calyx units, so maybe I will find something else I want to put on my rolling cart. But for now, that is where they sit. Thank you everyone for joining me on this SheShed tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Maybe you found some new organization ideas. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. But again, I just hope you guys enjoyed and we will see you next time. Bye guys.